Hi everyone, it's Kona and welcome to week 7. So week 7, first of all, we do not have any face-to-face class this week. The college is closed on Tuesday due to a professional development day. So while I still have to be here on Tuesday, you guys don't and there's no school. So what are we doing this week? Well, this is a week all about probabilities. So let's look at our resources. You've got probabilities, partitioning, and factorials, which also relate back to probabilities, and some example problems. So here are the videos. I will say that this can get a little bit confusing. I would strongly recommend printing off the notes and really go through these videos and take notes on the videos. If you do that, you should be okay. Then also make sure you read and check out the extra resources here. So for assignments, our first one is discussion 7. So, and discussion 7, I just realized the due date's off. Okay, so discussion 7, probabilities. First of all, you're going to find something around your house that you can use. So you like different colored fruit snacks, Starburst, M&Ms, different colored paper clips, gumballs, beads, anything that's the same but just different colored. So something like that. Write your probability problem. Make sure to include the following. So the item you used, the breakdown of how many of each different color, the picture of your item broken apart by color, and then based on your item, write 3 different probability questions, but do not provide the answer, because in the follow-up, you're actually going to be responding to other people's and answering their questions. So hopefully this is a semi-fun and gets you thinking about probabilities and answering each other's probability questions. So the next one is right here, introduction and methods. So for that one, you're going to be actually writing the introduction and methods section for project 2. So this is just, even though it's a rough draft, please take it seriously, because the more you give me, the more feedback I can give you. So that way when you go to do your final paper project for project 2, or final report for project 2, you'll know that it's really good. So introduction, what's the topic? Briefly write 1 to 3 paragraphs summarizing what the article is about. Here is the article right there. So that's the article. It's this one right here. So this is the article that you're briefly summarizing. Oops, sorry. We only asked a few of the questions, question 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that's questions 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. Write down which questions we asked, so those 4 questions, and then the specific percents from the article. So for this one, the Pew survey results indicate that do you live in a gun-owning household? 42% live in a household with a gun, 11 don't, and 57 live in a household with no guns. So where did that come from? Right here. So there's the 57 that don't, the 11 who currently own, don't currently own but live with someone who does, and 30% who do own a gun. The other answer options are grew up in a household with guns. Well, here's 48%. Well, the other percentage in theory should be 100 minus 48. So we should be 52 did not grow up in a household with guns, and 48% did grow up in a household with guns. So there's 2 of the questions. And then if you come down here, and let's see. All right, so here's the other 2 questions. Background check for private sales and at gun shows. So the percentage you're looking at here is this 84%, because that's the total of all adults. So 84% do think yes, they are in favor of background checks for private sales at gun shows. So you would just do the 100 minus 84 to get the no percentage. Then allowing concealed carry in more places, that's 46% say yes, that's this number down here. 100 minus 46 would be the percentage who say no, they do not want to allow concealed carry in more places. So really important. I always end up with students who aren't sure where those are coming from, so that's why I'm going through that right now. Then what do you think as a class, we as a class and you individually can learn from this project? Yes, we are going to learn how to use Minitab. Please don't say that. Think a little bit deeper. Then methodology, you should have the needed numbers and percents from the Minitab assignment, but basically we're just doing the demographics, the materials, Also make sure to include that data dictionary. The data dictionary is basically this right here, these 6 questions. Because even though these were the 4 from that survey, we also asked these 2 for our survey. Okay, then procedures. So first of all, explain how you collected the data, so be specific, and then a summary how others. So remember how last week we went through how everyone collected their data, just provide a summary of that. Then include the exact number and percent of the data that was collected online versus face-to-face. And then reference, include the full citation for the reference, which would be this article once again. So there is the introduction to methodology. This will just make it easier because when you go to do your final report, you'll already have this done and already have feedback from me on it. So moving along, what's next? Okay, probability homework. That's this one right here. So this one we're actually using a new program that you haven't used before. So in order to get into this, you are going to have to authorize it. It's okay, I promise, it's all right. Go ahead and authorize it. You'll notice that it kind of looks like a quiz, but it's not. It is a homework assignment. You have multiple attempts. You have unlimited time. The highest grade is the one that counts, and the system will give you feedback. So the cool thing is if you're not sure how to find this answer, click on the hint, and it will tell you number of outcomes over total. So you can go back to that question, and there you go. So basically question and hint. So you've got the next question and you've got the submit button. So you can go through and try these. Each question is worth 1 point, and the highest one counts, or the highest one is the one that provides you the feedback. The highest one is the one that actually counts for your grade. So let's see what this one with the hint is. Is this the only hints that they're providing? Yuck. All right, I'm gonna have to fiddle with this. I don't like this. So, okay, but don't worry. Moving on. The next thing is Chapter 3, Quiz 1. For this one, you're doing these probabilities. You are going to be doing more probability stuff than in the homework, so that's where the videos and the handouts come in. So make sure you check those out. And the last one, of course, is just the feedback exchange. So that's what we've got going on this week for week 7. Hopefully you guys are good. If not, remember, even though we don't have class, you can always come and see me. You can email me. I am still available to help. So I hope you have a great week. Thanks.